The news headline, Anbra Global, Inec expresses fear over Ipob week-long sit-at-home order. The news details. Following a week-long sit-at-home order declared by the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, ahead of the November 6 Anbra State governorship election, the state resident electoral commissioner of Inec, Dr. Oji, has said the group fresh order may threaten its preparations for the poll. Oji also said attacks on Inec facilities in the state on May 23 were a source of worry to the commission, especially as it strives to achieve each success in the poll. He also disclosed that the commission has so far recruited and mobilized about 25,000 ad hoc staff that will man the 5,720 polling units in the state. He spoke shortly after the opening ceremony of the Election Monitoring and Support Center (EMSC) Anbra Zone Implementers Workshop held in the state. Our preparations are on course, even with all the challenges we are facing, such as the attacks on our state office on May 23 and the sit-at-home order, which is eating into our preparations. But we are doing our best to ensure that we overcome these challenges, and we can only urge the public to be law-abiding in order to achieve the desired electoral success in the state. Oji noted that the commission was already recruiting ad hoc staff online and at the same time interacting with stakeholders. He expressed satisfaction at what they had achieved so far in terms of human structure. He said, if the success continued without future interruptions of its activities, the Commission would confidently be ready by November 6 to conduct a free, fair, and peaceful election. Oji, however, dismissed claims by some stakeholders that the Commission's earlier decision to supply non-sensitive materials for the election from its southeastern zonal store in Owerri, Imo, would jeopardize the smooth conduct of the poll. Oji said the determination of the Commission to bring all the needed materials for the poll down to Awka remained unshaken, pointing out that the damaged structures at the Inec headquarters were being restored. The sensitive materials will go to the Central Bank of Nigeria branch in Awka, but we are not talking about sensitive materials here. So, there is no need for the alarm being raised. The Commission is working accordingly to plans to put all things in place by the end of this month. Election process is something that do not have room for mistakes. We'll make sure that in the process of preparing for election, all that are needed would be on the ground, he said. He added that the Commission had developed a system for monitoring activities closely to make sure that all programs and plans were well executed without failure. Oji said as a mark of its seriousness for credible election, Inec officials reviewed what he called the Anbra Zone 3 months before the election. The exercise will take us to the red zone, which is 11 days before the election day, and 2 days after the election, which is the most critical period in any election, he said. Inec, they are expressing fear because the Ipob has ordered a week-long sit-at-home order that will be starting from November 5 to November 10 if the federal government refuses to release their leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on or before November 4. And the Anbra gubernatorial election, which is going to hold November 6, will be affected and may threaten its preparation for the poll. Although the commission has so far recruited and mobilized about 25,000 ad hoc staff that would man the 5,720 polling units in the state. Despite the challenges that the Inec are facing, they are still trying all their best to ensure that they overcome these challenges and urge the public to be law-abiding in order to achieve the desired electoral success in the state. If the success continued without future interruptions of its activities, the Commission would confidently be ready by November 6 to conduct a free, fair and peaceful election. But as at now, the Ipob has declared a 1-week sit-at-home, meaning that the Anbra election might not hold November 6 because every one of them will be indoor on that day. The sit-at-home that will be starting November 5 to November 10. Ipob declares 1-week sit-at-home protest ahead of poll. 15 days to the anticipated Anambra State governorship election, the members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has declared a 1-week-long sit-at-home protest in the state to demand the release of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The outlawed group, who gave the declaration on Saturday, October 23, stated that the sit-at-home progression starts from November 5 to November 10 until the federal government gave heed to their outcry. It could be recalled that Anambra gubernatorial election is scheduled to hold across the state on Saturday, November 6. But speaking in a statement issued by its media and public secretary, Emma Powerful, the group said, following the adjournment of our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case to 10th of November 2021 by the Federal High Court, Abuja, we, the great movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra, wish to inform Biafrans, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom that Ipob will lock down Biafra land from 5th of November to 10th of November, except Sunday, November 7th, a day our people worship the Almighty God, if the Nigeria government fails to release our leader unconditionally before 4th of November 2021. My people, do you think that the Ipob members will allow the Anambra gubernatorial election to hold November 6? You can put down your comment in the comment section, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell to receive any notifications of any news. Thank you for listening to today's news. Do have a wonderful day.